Hi, welcome to Cooking with Cori. I'm your host, Chef Cori Dern, and I'm also a proud media spokesperson for Foodland Ontario. And today we've got a wonderful Foodland Ontario recipe that really embraces all the bounty that Ontario has. I'm going to make for you today a teriyaki steak and berry salad. Yum, right? What have I got in front of me? All of these absolutely beautiful things that are grown right here in Ontario. Starting us off with absolutely gorgeous Ontario strawberries. They're like beautiful little sugar bombs. I can't eat enough of them. They're so good. And this recipe just really brings out their sweetness. I also have some gorgeous Ontario baby spinach, which is also going to add that, vibrancy, a good source of iron, really play around with the lettuce profile of the salad, which is wonderful. I've got some beautiful button mushrooms, and guess what? They're from Ontario as well. I really love mushrooms, especially, of course, Ontario mushrooms, especially when I serve them raw in a salad. They really have a beautiful way of absorbing the flavors of the dressing and all the other flavors that are present in this beautiful salad. Can't have a teriyaki steak and berry salad without the steak, right? So this is a beautiful piece of Ontario beef. And, beef and mushrooms, aren't they just a match made in heaven? Of course they are. Rounding it out, I've got some Ontario romaine and some Ontario spring onions. And together, we're going to put this all together, and it's going to make it absolutely visually stunning and delicious salad for you to enjoy. The thing that's going to take the longest is the steak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my handy dandy grill. If you're doing this on the barbecue, you want to think in terms of about 4 minutes per side, only turning your steak once. You don't want to be happy flippy with the steak. You only want to turn it this way, and I'll even show you while my pan is heating up. To my steak, I am going to season it with just some salt and pepper, and I'm going to be generous with my salt and pepper. If I do my salt seasoning right down here, then I'm going to be really specific about where I want it to go. If I want to have more coverage, I go from high up. I'm actually going to do this because I want it all. There we go. One side done. And this is going to go right onto my hot pan. You definitely want your grill to be hot, and my grill is hot. And again, if you're doing this on a barbecue, you'll put it in. Ideally, you'll hear a sear. I'm not hearing the sear I want to hear, so I'm going to let it stay on here for a little bit longer, and in this case, season the other side of my steak. Fun fact about steaks, you can enjoy your steak medium, rare, or rare, or even blue, but not your hamburgers. You're not eating your hamburger anything other than pretty much well done because of the, why am I not getting a, where's my sear? I want to hear a sear. That is going to sizzle up, I'm sure. It'll be absolutely gorgeous. You want to cook it on for 4 minutes on each side approximately. If I want to pick it up and turn it again, giving it a nice little crosshatch, that still counts as one turn, then flip it over and do the same. If you're constantly flipping your meat, you're going to lose all of that beautiful juice and beautiful flavor. It's going to go into your grill and not into your bellies where it belongs. You also want to make sure that it rests and that it's got a good time to rest. So while my steak is grilling, I'm going to start up with my romaine lettuce. And, it's really up to you. If you want to tear your lettuce, then tear your lettuce. If you want to do what I'm doing, where I'm just going to go through the larger pieces and just kind of cut through it. And then you're going to cut it into the size pieces that you like, because remember, a recipe is just a guideline. This is going into your belly, so you get to decide if you want to use baby romaine, if you want to use the Ontario spinach, or if you want to use maybe Ontario arugula instead. But this makes a really nice, crispy, crunchy base to this beautiful teriyaki and berry salad. I've got my gorgeous spring onions, which I'm going to just cut on the bias, which I just find gives you more onion and also looks really pretty on the plate. Remember to keep your fingers tucked back as you're slicing so you don't have a spring onion and pinky finger teriyaki berry salad, because it's not going to be very tasty. I like to use the whites and the greens, just so vibrant, so flavorful. These pairings are so lovely because when you think of steak, you're totally thinking about mushroom and onion. And, sometimes people will do a marinade with a balsamic glaze, and here you're getting that beautiful sweetness from the strawberries. So I'm going to add some of my lovely spinach to this beautiful romaine. And I don't have to use all of it. I'm going to just kind of start with my onion and romaine and spinach, and just kind of do a little bit of a toss on its own, just like this. C'est ça. And then I'm going to sprinkle my beautiful Ontario button mushrooms, because we all eat with our eyes, not just with the smells that are coming out of this studio. I can see my steak has got a nice little color going on, so I'm going to do a little switch so we get that nice sear. And again, when you're making a salad, I like to do it in layers so that every time you scoop it, you're going to get a little bit of everything that you like. So on go my mushrooms. There we go. And of course, my gorgeous Ontario strawberries. Just beautiful. This salad looks amazing as is. It's only going to taste even better with these gorgeous sweet, sweet sugar bombs, also known as Ontario strawberries. And again, you can make it all the way throughout. You can layer it up to make it really pretty. Check out what's going on the Ontario Foodland website and check the availability guide, and that'll tell you, if you don't have strawberries, what kind of berries are in season to sub. And now my gorgeous dressing, which I have some teriyaki that I'm adding to some canola oil. I've got some rice wine vinegar, which I'm putting in there as well. And I'm actually going to pour this into my honey, and Ontario honey, of course, and ground ginger. And I'm going to whisk that up a bit. Makes a gorgeous dressing. And then to that, I was really smart and I took the time to grill a steak ahead of time. So I'm going to actually definitely add that juice from the steak into my dressing, and then slice it up to be enjoyed. If you would like a copy of this recipe, you can go to foodlandontario.ca. You can check me out at Chef Cori, or you can go to Rogers TV. But enjoy this absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous salad. Perfect for any summer day to be enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.